Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. I want to talk about something this hour I alluded to recently on the air, but I really want to get into it because I think there's a lot of this out there. Some of us are the victims, and as they say at NYPD, some are the perpetrators. See if this matches anything you've done to somebody else or something somebody is doing to you. I'm going to describe a personality to you. You tell me if this is you or somebody you know. It could be one or the other. Here's the personality. This is somebody who is somewhat technologically savvy, and you're in a relationship with them. Or they with you. The person I will describe knows how to use email, instant messages, chat, text messages, or the few who still use them, pagers, any other form of communication now devised or hereinafter devised. They will be at the cutting edge of communication technology. This is a person who is a specialist in what I call one-way relationships. These are the relationships where the person in question is using every means of technology at their disposal to find out where you are, who you're with, and what you're doing. They want to know everything about what you're doing with your day. They want to know especially what you're doing with your night. Where are you? What are you doing? Are you online? Will you be online? You know the kind of people I'm talking about. These are the people who, they make this kind of comment. Now, again, this might be you, or it might be somebody you're involved with. They make this kind of comment. I tried calling you, but normally when you have your phone turned on, it rings 4 times, and it went instead straight to voicemail, so I know your phone is turned off. Or they say things like, your phone rang 4 times, so I know you looked at the caller ID and you saw it was me and you didn't pick up. Or they say, I know you have 3-way calling because the phone just kept ringing and ringing and ringing and it didn't go to voicemail. You didn't pick up. You saw it was me. You just kept talking to the other person. Who were you talking to? They want to know everything about what you're doing, who you're doing it with, where you're going, when you're coming home, when you left your house. Everything. Constantly asking. Some of these people, here's another example. Again, the technology, which we think is so wonderful, sometimes works against us. It actually makes us more of a prisoner than we were before the technology existed. How many of you have ever been told by somebody you're involved with, hey, you got a camera on your cell phone, send me a picture? As if to, like, prove where you are, who you're with, what you're doing. Send me a picture. Had that happen to you? Have you done that to somebody? Now, when I say it's a one-way relationship, there are people who do all of these things. They are obsessed with where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, what time you came home, what time you got up. Was anybody at your house? And yet, they tell you nothing about what they do, where they are, who they're with, what they are doing. Or they give you little edited passages about where they are, what they're doing, who they hang out with. They want to know everything about you, but they tell you nothing about them. Now, I don't understand this mentality. If you want to have a relationship with somebody where, like, it's an open relationship, you know, you're dating a lot of people, and every once in a while the concentric circles meet, and the two of you are with each other, and then the rest of the time you're with other people, and it's understood. That's one thing. But you know what? These people I'm talking about, they don't want that. They don't want you dating other people. They want you being at their beck and call. They want to know where you are, what you're doing, but they don't want you to know what they're doing. Now, this could be you, or it could be the other person. These are the kinds of people who tell you, oh, yeah, I'll be back in an hour, and then they disappear for the night. And then when you ask them, they get all uppity about it. Yet, they want to know who you're with, what you're doing all the time. These are some of the same people who try to hack into your email and hack into your voicemail, find out who you're talking to. And again, you may be this person, because I'd like to get in the minds of people like this. You might be this person. Occasionally, and this can be most deadly, I think, two of these people date each other. So you have two people who keep up the pretense of a relationship. They keep up the pretense that this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend, this is my fiance, whatever. And everybody signs off on them as the happy couple. But in the meantime, each one is up to no good, and each one is checking up on the other. I have seen situations like that, and they blow me away. Why would you want to be in a relationship like that? These are people who can't simply say, look, I'm not going to have an exclusive relationship with you, okay? I date other people, and if I feel like dating other people, or if I feel like spending a night with an ex or something like that, I'm simply going to do that. People don't want to say that. They want to lie and give the impression that this is a relationship, even when it isn't. I have never understood the people who are constantly paranoid about what the other person is doing while they're doing whatever they want. And again, you may be the victim of it, or you might be the perpetrator. You might be the one doing it to somebody else. Or, and again, worse yet, you and the other person might be doing it to each other. Does this sound familiar to you?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I don't think you're anything like your air personality.
Maybe this is just a small slice of the whole pie.
Good or bad?
I guess I have to leave that up to the rest of humanity to decide.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. And that personality I described, one thing that's amazing about some of them is that they're busy checking up on you, and they're always obsessed with where you are. But they themselves sometimes just simply disappear for a day or two, hours. In fact, ever not know the whereabouts of the person you're with, but meanwhile they're sending you text messages from God only knows where, asking where you are and what you're doing. Does this sound familiar to you? 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Carrie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm okay, Carrie.
Well, I was just calling because I was driving home, and I'm like, oh, my God, this is totally me. I know that in the past I've been back and forth, going back and forth to the same person for about 5 years now. And I know it's been kind of a game, I guess, because we have an open relationship, I guess you can say, but...
Wait. When you say you have an open relationship, have you discussed it?
Yeah, we discussed it.
All right, so you don't have the pretense of being in a, monogamous relationship or trying for a monogamous relationship. You each agree that you're dating other people.
Yeah, I guess it's an agreement to the point where we really don't need some sort of, arrangement, I have to say he's my boyfriend or girlfriend. It's a little bit... just leave it open, and it's easier. There's less stress, and that kind of thing.
Well, there's certainly less stress. I mean, but then is it really a relationship?
Well, it is. It's to the point now where.
Does that mean you're having a relationship with everybody you're having sex with?
No, I'm only having sex with one person, actually. So.
But you said it's an open relationship. What does that mean?
That means if somebody comes along, then it's okay.
But. So, in other words, you leave the possibility open. You just haven't found anybody like that yet.
I guess you could say, but I'm not...
And he hasn't either, or you don't know?
I know that he has before because he's told me that he's been with other people.
So he does tell you that?
Yeah, he has told me.
And you're okay with that?
I'm not okay with it, but it's...
I thought you had an open relationship.
No, okay, I'm okay with it, but it just makes me a little jealous, but I still...
Wait. So, okay. So, in other words, all right, now we're getting to the point here. You want him to be monogamous, but you want the right to do whatever you want when you want to do it.
I guess it's kind of equal in that way, but...
That's not equal.
I don't get a little...
That's not equal. That's a double standard.
I guess.
No. Not I guess. He should be able to do anything you can do.
Well, I know. I can. I do.
No. You're not hearing me. He should be able to do it, and you shouldn't be getting jealous.
Oh, I know. I don't hold it against him or anything like that.
I mean, if you are so jealous, why don't you say, let's have a monogamous relationship?
Because I don't really. I don't want the pressure of having that. To me, on my end, it is.
So you would like him to be monogamous, but you would like to have the option of seeing whoever you want, whenever you want.
Right.
And you want him to be monogamous.
Not really. I mean, of course, I get, like I say, I have that jealousy there, but, I mean, it's still...
But what are you jealous about?
Well, him being with other girls.
But why are you jealous about that?
Because...
Because why? I really need to know a real explanation.
The bottom line is he's really good in bed, and I don't like the fact that I know that he's sleeping with other people. That's where I get so jealous.
Why would you think he would like you sleeping with other people?
He wouldn't.
But
that's where the game came in from the beginning.
This is immature. It's like high school.
You think so?
Why don't the two of you just admit the truth to each other and be done with it?
Well, I think that's a lot of part.
Or have a monogamous relationship. Why do you have to have this kind of relationship?
It's not that I have to. I think he doesn't want to admit it.
He doesn't want to admit what?
He doesn't want to admit that he does want to have a relationship, I think.
Well, believe me, if he wanted you to be monogamous, he would tell you that.
I guess.
Well, you think he wouldn't, just like you won't tell him?
No, I do tell him, and he's like, no, sometimes I tell him, well, why don't we just, hang out with each other, and that's it. And he still kind of goes on and on about it, wanting to have, no girlfriend involved, and that's fine. That's the part where I agree. We don't need to have any kind of labels is what I'm going at, so.
You don't want to have any labels. Well, what kind of, if I may say, that's not even a relationship.
Okay, what do you think it is?
It's a booty call.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's what it is. And here's the thing. I think people like you, and by the way, I'm telling this story because I know people like you, okay?
Yeah. I
think people like you are afraid to admit that you don't have a boyfriend, or you have to tell people, this is my boyfriend.
No, I don't.
Well, that's why you keep calling it a relationship. You can't just have booty calls. Girls like you love to say, I don't sleep around. I don't sleep around means I don't sleep with 7 guys a week. But it might mean you sleep with different guys when it's convenient for you. And then chances are you don't report the results to the guy you're dating.
That's not true, though, because I haven't. I have not slept.
You haven't done it yet.
Right.
Your eyes are open and you're ready.
Not really. I actually don't desire to. So that's the funny part.
Well, why do you need to reserve the right to do this if you're not interested in it?
I just reserve the right because I guess it's a safety thing to where I know.
No, you reserve the right because you can't stop him.
Yeah, I guess.
That you want him to stop.
Yes.
And he won't. So you reserve the right. So now we're getting to the nub. What you really want is you want to have a monogamous relationship with him. He doesn't want one with you. And so you have reserved the right to do this, but it's something you really don't want to do.
But see, that's the thing where I'd say the game comes in along. Well, we used to, because sometimes he did, and he'd say, I don't want you to be with anybody else, going on and on and on. And it was just, to the point where, okay, make up your mind whether you do or not. So that's where the game came in. But now it's more, we're just a friendship thing. But we're still not, calling each other boyfriend or girlfriend, I guess.
All right, well, a friendship thing. You're friends with benefits. You're a booty call.
Yeah. He is, too.
He is your booty call, and you are his.
Yeah.
But the thing is, look how long it took. It took 6 minutes with you on the phone to get you to admit he's a booty call for you.
I know.
And the people I know who are like this, they also don't like the term booty call, even though they in reality, they aren't much more than booty calls. In fact, they are booty calls who are trying to control the behavior of the other person.
Right.
And they are other people's booty calls, too.
Oh, Tom, you think you know everything, don't you?
You know I know this. Hang on a second. John, what do you want to say to Carrie?
I want to just say that she's a dumb bitch, typical bitch, that friggin' always wants to do the same exact thing every woman does, wants to rope the man. And that's what she's doing right now. She really wants this guy, but she's trying to feel you out to see what you have to say about him. And that's why it's taken so long to get the truth out of her, because bottom line, she's in love with this dude, and she would want nothing more to be with him.
And she can't handle the fact that she's no more than a booty call for him.
Exactly, and she tries.
But he is also, so that's where it's funny, because I'm not a dumb bitch. And
he doesn't want you to be any more than a booty call, and he's letting you know that by effing other chicks.
But he is for me right now also, so that's the whole point of this.
Well, what cracks me up is women call guys booty calls. No, women can get it anytime they want.
Why is it okay for a guy to call girls booty calls and a girl can't call a guy booty call?
Because you don't want him to be a booty call. You want him to stop seeing other people.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily, but in most likely.
Then why do you get jealous?
What do you mean eventually?
Well, eventually we'll see where it goes, right?
It's not going anywhere.
It has been for a couple of years.
No, it hasn't. He's been effing other chicks all along, and he told you.
He tells me when it happens, and it's only happened twice in 5 years.
Well, he's only told you about it twice.
Well, I guess.
He's only told you about it twice. Yeah, right. See, John's on the right track here.
You give them a little bit because they know.
All those nights you're sending him text messages. I haven't heard from you in 2 hours. I haven't heard from you in 3 hours.
I haven't
heard from you in 4. All right, you leave messages on his voicemail or whatever. Where are you? It rang 4 times and went to voicemail. Where are you?
No, I don't do that. The only thing that I've ever looked is to see if he has any recent calls from somebody that I know. That's the only thing I've ever done. I've never sent any text message or anything. I'm not no psycho girl or anything like that.
No, not you.
You know?
She is. She is psycho.
I'm not psycho at all.
Well, yes, you are, because the reason why you called, you said you were one of those people that constantly are trying to find out where they're at and what they're doing. There's a little bit of psychoness there.
No, it's not. I'm not trying to track him in any way like that. I just want to know.
Then why do you want to know what he's doing?
I don't need to know where he is. I just need to know. At that time, I wanted to know who they were talking to, and that's the reason why I did that.
Why do you care?
You're talking in circles right now.
Why do you care?
Why do you care?
I wanted to know.
Why?
Because you're in love with him.
No, I'm not.
Why?
Yeah,
then?
you are.
Why? Why?
Why what?
Why do you want to know where he is, who he's talking to? Why do you want to know that?
I was curious at the time because I wanted to know if it was still going on, is why.
Why do you need to know?
Because I wanted to know. I was just curious.
What for?
Because. For my personal information.
Look, he's a booty call. He is your booty call. Why do you need to know what he's doing when you're not there with him?
Because I wanted to see if he was talking to this one person still. That's
why does it matter?
It mattered to me at the time.
What
it was
for?
a long time ago. It was like 3 years ago.
Tell us why.
Because I wanted to know if he was still talking
Why
to her.
do you need to know?
You might have answered that question.
Am I not, answering you?
You're not answering me. I want to know the reason you needed to know. If he's allowed to do whatever he wants, and you're allowed to do whatever you want, why do you need to know who he's talking to or what he's doing?
Because she's in love.
No, but it's unrequited love, John. That's what this is all about. She would like a relationship with him. He won't give her what she wants and continues effing other chicks. So she is going to say, with all the bravado, she's going to say, well, I can do what I want too. But in the meantime, she's still trying to track him down and find out who he's talking to and what he's doing and who he's doing it with.
Now, that's why she's a dumb bitch.
All right. Well, John, thank you for that. Let me get Bree on the air here. Bree, what did you want to say to Carrie?
Shut up, you stupid bitch. God,
you know, you guys are so full of it because there's so many more girls out there that know they're in the same situations and they just...
Oh, my God, I totally know. And I've had a booty call in the past, and oh, my God, he was just a booty call, you stupid bitch. You are so stupid. You are so full of it, and you think you're going to call up the professor and he's not going to call you on it? Do you understand what
I know. I listen to Tom all the time. I know exactly what he was going to call me as a booty call. All I was calling in was for is because I know the situation that the topic started on with the calls. That's the only reason why. I know what Tom's going to call me. Don't get me wrong, girl, and I'm not a stupid bitch.
It's what you are. I mean, a booty call.
I'm not saying that I'm not. I didn't say that from the beginning.
But then if you're a booty call, why would you need to know what the other person is doing?
I told you from the beginning.
They're doing whatever and whoever, whenever.
You shouldn't know what he's doing. He should only call you after, like, 11 when he's all drunk.
No, that doesn't
care what he's doing. If he's really just a booty call, then he's just a booty call. I've had plenty in the past, you know. I'm not afraid to say it, but, you know, they were booty calls, and I wasn't trying to know them. I wasn't trying to know their name. I wasn't trying to be their girlfriend.
Well, many of these girls, and I'm not saying it's Carrie necessarily, but many of these girls want to appear to be, quote-unquote, good girls. They want you to believe they don't sleep around, they're not easy, they're not available. But meantime, they're constantly going out to meat markets to have drinks. They're constantly going out to clubs. They're constantly going out with their girlfriends. Constantly, and they're constantly missing, and they have double standards. You know, like, they want to know where you are, but they don't want to tell you where they are.
Well,
no, that's totally wrong. I don't even go out, so that doesn't even
You don't go out.
No, I don't go out looking at meat markets. That's not my style. I don't like that.
I see. So where do you
meet
now?
I don't go to meat markets. I just go play pool at the bar.
You what?
You're just a dumb bitch. I can't believe you.
All right. Well, Carrie, Bree, thank you for the calls.
1-800-5800-TOM.
From what I gather, you're saying they're sluts if they sleep with you and they're bitches if they don't.
Yes, actually, that comes from the Tom Leykis glossary.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show from Los Angeles at 1-800-5800-TOM. Talking about those one-way relationships where somehow you get involved with somebody who's constantly wanting to know your whereabouts, but you never know theirs. Or conversely, maybe you are that person. Maybe you are constantly checking up on somebody. Yet you keep your whereabouts a mystery. Jerry on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How's it going today?
Doing okay, Jerry.
Oh, man, what a mess. Wants to get into my emails.
Who wants to get into your email?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend wants to get into your email?
Yeah.
What for?
She wants to. I was at her office the other night, and, you know, we finished the party, the whole bit, and my computer went down last week. She wanted me to open up my emails while I was in her office.
What'd you tell her?
I said, no, I don't need to. I'd already picked up my mail, and didn't need to see it again.
Uh-huh.
She was adamant. She wanted me to get into my emails.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, there's no need to. And she said, well, what? What are you trying to hide?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to hide anything. So she just kept on with it, kept on. I finally said, well, I said, are we through with this? She said, no. And I said, yeah, you're going to walk me out to my car? She said, no. And I said, well, I'm going to hit the road then. So
permanently.
I got my keys and I left.
Perfect. Perfect.
I have to admit, I've been dying to call her, but this has been almost a week.
Well, what for? You really want to be in a situation like that all the time?
It's crazy. You know, it doesn't happen that often either. I mean, this is very rare that this happens.
She might be a great piece of ass, but do you really need that?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's almost like she had a hidden agenda or something.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, people who want to get into your email,
yeah,
these are the people you really ought to see their email.
The thing that was funny is while I was there, she said, here, you want to open up mine? Then I can open up yours.
She probably already cleaned it out.
You got it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because the same chicks who want to check your email and find out, like, what naked pictures you have, if only, where they want to see what letters you're getting and stuff, you should only see what's in their computer.
Of course.
You know damn well if you ever got in there, you'd find all kinds of interesting stuff.
Well, the thing that's so funny is, a lot of times you get these things that come into your emails that you don't even ask for.
Right.
And, they're sitting there.
By the way, I get them all the time. You know how many women send me naked pictures for a variety of reasons? Anything from they want to appear at one of our appearances to they want to meet me to they want to see if I rate them on a scale of 1 to 10 or whatever.
You got it.
I get hundreds of these.
Yeah, I was livid, and I've been a wreck ever since. But at the same time, I'm saying to myself, I don't need this crap.
You don't.
It's crazy.
Well, Jerry, I think you're doing the right thing by resisting the desire to call. Jimmy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how you doing?
I'm okay, Jimmy.
First time, long time.
Thank you.
I've been listening to you for about 8 years since you came to L.A.
Excellent.
Yeah, well, this is a fresh issue in my head because I just DTB'd.
Uh-huh.
And now tomorrow I'm going to Johnny Cash tribute with another hottie that I met who's a couple years younger than her. And
now tell us what the last one was doing to you.
Okay. Well, first of all, Nancy, I hope you're listening because she probably is. And the thing is, she would always call me, man, and always bombard me with text messages. What are you doing? What are you doing? She worked in Newport Beach, lived in Corona. Me, I live in Orange. I'm pretty much halfway between. She couldn't stop by to visit so I can get some.
Right.
But she wanted to call later on that night and talk for 2 hours. What's wrong with that picture?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's really invalidating really what I need out of this relationship, which is pretty much a piece of ass,
So she was checking up on you, but you didn't know where she was or what she was doing?
Right, exactly. She was very selfish.
I mean, I've known people like this who always want to know where you are, but suddenly when an ex-boyfriend is in town or suddenly when they feel like going out to a meat market or a dance club, suddenly they can be missing for hours or even days. And then the first thing they ask when they come back is, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Where are you? Who are you with?
You know what the deal closer was?
What?
How I figured out? I think one day we got really, really drunk, and I told her my password for my phone. We do stupid...
Oh, that's drunk.
I think he was wasted over at the district in Orange right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess she wasn't that drunk to not remember that incident.
Uh-huh.
So I got a restricted phone call from her house phone.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, who the hell keeps calling me? So I called my voicemail to see if there's any messages that I haven't checked. And the prompter, the computer voice says that password had already been entered. So she was checking my voicemail, Tom.
Right when you were calling her?
No, when I was calling my own voicemail.
No, but you were calling your voicemail, and she was on the phone with your voicemail. Okay.
She was on the phone with my voicemail. So therefore, it shunts the other end of the receiver who's trying to call that voicemail.
Right.
And so that was a deal closer. That was kind of scary for me.
Oh, my God.
But, Tom, I love you. Love listening to you. I finally had a little time to call in. And thanks for this issue. But, I mean, there's a hell of a lot of subjects out there that really leads to this kind of behavior. And these chicks are really, really crazy.
Jimmy, thank you. What this all boils down to, I really do believe, is that there are a lot of people, men and women, by the way, there are a lot of people who, for whatever reason, they want to have the appearance of a relationship. They want to have the appearance of a relationship. But then they reserve the right to do what they want, when they want, with whomever they want. Ridiculous. Amy, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Are you there, Amy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. How are you?
Good.
Good. I was actually dating a guy for quite a while, and we'd been living together for a while, and he cheated on me with an ex-girlfriend from high school. And we're married now, but it was a lot of drama, and I ended up basically stalking him like you're saying.
If you have to stalk somebody, why would you want to be with them?
That's a very good question. I don't know. I went into stalker mode, and there's no logic behind it. There's really nothing I can say to justify it. It was stupid. It was ridiculous, but it worked for me in the end, I guess.
Well, dear, you're only 20 years old, and you've only been married 3 months.
I know.
You don't know if it worked for you yet.
Well,
you don't know when the ex-girlfriend's going to come to Dear, you're 20. What was quite a while ago?
Oh, it's been about 2 years ago.
Woo! 2 whole years. Well, dear.
All right, fair enough.
You got married awfully young.
Yes.
And you did that why?
We have a child,
and you did that why?
Stupidity.
Stupidity. I'll buy in. Stupidity. Then you compounded the mistake by marrying this guy that you had to track all the time.
Well, it's funny because it actually turned around on me when I was done with him. Basically, I finally came to my senses and realized it wasn't. And he decided that he hadn't had enough at that point. So that's how things ended up.
So you were seeing other people too?
Yeah.
That's great. So here's what I'm trying to get to, okay? Why do people do this? I'm especially fascinated with this because I know people like this, okay?
There's no rhyme or reason.
Each person wants it their own way. Each person wants to do who and whatever they want, whenever they want, but they want the other person to sit there twiddling their thumbs.
Exactly.
I do not understand this mentality. I really want to understand. You don't know why you're like that.
You know, I'm not anymore. I'm really not.
Only because you don't suspect he's doing anything.
Exactly. But
the minute he comes home 10 minutes late or doesn't answer your phone call, you'll be in that mode again.
No, not at all. Not at all. Happens every day.
So now you completely trust him.
You know, I do. I don't know why. I don't know how it went around so fast.
No, if he was so untrustworthy, what could possibly have happened to suddenly make him be trustworthy?
You know, I don't know. I think it was more me than it was him. I chilled out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It really didn't have a lot to do with him. It was more me.
I see.
And I can't explain it. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no logic behind it. It just, for some reason, gets in your head that you have to do it.
I don't get it.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Let's say we bring her home and say, well, we just want to cuddle. What do you think they'd think?
We're gay. That's what they think.
Yeah, exactly. That's impossible. You know, a girl gets into my bed, she's going to get it every way except Tuesday.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show on 1-800-5800-TOM. Bodie, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, Bodie.
So anyway, yeah, a few months back, I have this girl stay the night at my house where, you know, I've been kind of dating her for a while, and she goes into my office and starts, you know, going online and, you know, at the end of the day, I'm you know, get a phone call from her, and she goes through my emails. She gets this email, and she starts reading the emails, and this other girl had emailed me, a friend of mine, so then she starts questioning me about it. And I'm like, well, what are you doing to my email anyway? And she was like, well, I was just, you know, using your computer. I go, well, you have no business going in there. And so anyway, I said, well, you know what? I go, that's what you get for going to my email. And I go, tough. I go, you just have to live with it. And she was like, well, are you still going to talk to her? I go, that's none of your business. And so she's still hanging around, and I just told her how it was. I go, that's what you get, tough. You found out? Sorry, you stay out of my email next time. That's it at that.
And what happened to that relationship after that experience?
Hey, she's still around.
There we go. Pays to advertise, my friend.
Yeah, no. I was like, hey, tough. I go, you know what? If you don't like it, leave. And she obviously likes me enough, so she took it like a champ.
Bodie, thank you for that. Charlie from Portland, Oregon, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Okay, how is it in Portland?
Oh, it's all right, man. We took the weather from Los Angeles.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what's going on with me and my wife? I'm 25 years old, and I'm married. And my wife's always calling me. You know, I work all the time, and I've never cheated on her or nothing for 7 years. And I have 2 kids, and she's always trying to say that I'm cheating on her, you know. And I got home, and my computer don't work, you know, my internet don't work. And she messed that up because she thought I was getting on the computer and getting, you know, talking to girls. And, you know, it was just all messed up.
Now, how long has she felt this way about you?
Well, I mean, the whole time, pretty much. I mean, the reason why...
Why would you be... Wait. Why would you be married to somebody like that?
Why was I married? I got married because insurance reasons for my kids, you know, because I was using...
Why were you having kids?
Why was I having kids?
Yeah.
A condom broke.
That accounts for 1 kid.
Yeah, one kid, and the second kid was, well, we have one kid, and, you know.
Yeah, but this is somebody who is paranoid and thinks you're cheating on her all the time. Why would you want to compound the problem?
Why would I want to compound the problem?
Yes.
Well, mainly I was afraid of child support, you know, and I didn't really want to go that way.
But now you're supporting 2 kids.
Now I'm supporting
which has to cost more than child support for 1 kid.
Yep. And now I'm supporting my wife and my 2 kids, and they all. I mean, my kids are pretty much the love of my life.
So essentially, you dug yourself a big hole and buried yourself.
Yep, I did. So I mean, and now I mean, my sex life is gone. Or it's part of my language. My sex life has gone to hell, and I mean, basically, I hardly get any anymore.
Of course,
you know,
that's right.
I'm always thinking, you know, of it, but I never do.
Say, you should be online chatting with other chicks.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable, Charlie. I'm out of time for this hour, but I thank you for the call. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com. Tom@blowmeuptom.com. Learn about upcoming events and all kinds of information about the show by going to our redesigned website. Just log on to blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.